Greetings, my fellow Fright Fiends. It's your buddy BoogeyMan Ben here for a new episode of BoogeyMan Ben's Horror Zone, and this is the third part of my vlog series, Building a Horror Zone. And for this week's video, I thought I would talk about the Horror Zone itself, and how this room came to be, and why it's so important to me. It is the first part of my book that I'm focusing on. What this room represents, why it exists, and why it's been one of the most important things in my life for the past 8.5 years. So I hope everyone will enjoy this segment, and please stay tuned. The Horror Zone is a representation of my youth. It's a representation of all of the things that I loved as a kid growing up. I felt really isolated as a kid, and for some reason that allowed me to sort of gravitate towards characters that were isolated. Some of the first horror memories I had, or characters that I really enjoyed, were like Norman Bates, who, especially in Psycho 2, which was a film that, I felt empathy for Anthony Perkins and his portrayal of Norman Bates. I had seen Psycho 2 before I saw the original Psycho, Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho, and so I looked at Norman Bates as a very sad, lonely character, understanding that he had done horrible things, I just sort of related to that side of the character that Perkins played, and even with Jason Voorhees, I think one of the reasons I gravitated toward Jason Voorhees is because he was an outcast. He was someone that was teased and abandoned and neglected, and those are some of the things. I didn't feel abandoned, but I did have some abandonment issues from my father leaving, and feeling like I wasn't as important, and one of the reasons why he left, that was something. So I gravitated towards Jason, and not feeling like I was one with my own peers. So I was lonely, and I think that's why horror just appealed to me. These were characters. I didn't want to hurt anybody, but I think it was just that I could identify with some of them, and that led me to just get fascinated by Tom Savini's makeup and so many other factors. And it's a thrill ride. Being scared is a thrill ride. I just love the idea of being scared, and it's like a roller coaster. And over the years, horror has been my life, and this room just encapsulates everything that I love about the genre and everything that I love about being scared, about scary movies. Yes, there's a couple of other themes thrown in because I do like, Star Wars and the Expendables and some of these other, things that I have in the room. But, for the most part, it is horror. It is a horror room, and like I said, it's my time capsule. I go into this room and I feel safe. I feel like I'm stepping back into my youth. These toys didn't exist when I was young. I sure as hell wish they did, because these are things that I wanted growing up. They didn't exist, and now it's like they are just being released, and I'm a 10, 11-year-old kid again, and I'm able to pick up the things that I couldn't own when I was that age back in the 80s and early 90s. And I just love the Horror Zone so much. And when my wife and I bought the house, that was something I wanted. I just wanted this room that was my own. It was like my own little... It went from just being a room that, I would keep certain things in, to this embodiment of my youth and how much I love this genre, this horror genre. It's like a blanket that I wrap myself around when I do my videos and when I talk about these things, because it does mean so much to me, and I love it so much. But yeah, the Horror Zone is just, it's just one of my favorite things on this planet. I absolutely love it. It's continuing to grow every year, and I'm so happy that I get to share this room and all these amazing collectibles with people that come to the channel. And I've met some amazing people because of this room. And, I'm not someone that collects this stuff just for show and trying to get ratings for my channel. It started before I even did the channel. I had already started building the room. And it's taken on a life of its own. And it's stuff that I will never part with. It's stuff that I absolutely love. And I have no desire to sell any of it. I have no desire to shift gears and move to a different type of collecting. This is the genre for me. This is my love from now and forever. And this is just my safe spot, my safe zone. And I wouldn't change the way it looks for the world, and I'm so grateful that I have it. It means more to me than anything. So I want to thank everyone for taking the time to watch this video. I hope everyone is enjoying this little vlog series that I've been doing every week. I got many more cool things to come, including talking about more interviews that I will be doing and have done, and focusing a little bit more on my fascination with Halloween, which will probably be the next segment that I do. But again, leave me some feedback down below. Let me know what you guys think. And as always, thanks so much for watching BoogeyMan Ben's Horror Zone, and I'll talk to you guys later. Take it easy. Stay scared as always. Peace.